have to remember, you have to know that this project started over 5 years ago. And I went to Colorado to a sculpture show, which I go to every year, and I selected this artist to do this, not knowing what we would make of it. And I came home and I'm like walking around the palace trying to figure out what can we use, what represents the city of Newton. And it was September the 10th. September 14th, somewhere along in there. And the spider lily popped out of the ground. And I'm like, wow, there's our history. Because the history is that Captain Roberts brought the spider lily to Newton from Asia. He gave them to his sister, who threw them in the backyard. They came up and they bloomed. And now you see them all over this town. Now, maybe it's just one of our stories, but it's one of our better stories. And it's one of our good stories. They're all over this town. This thing will represent that flower for this town. So I immediately took a picture of this blooming flower, sent it to the artist, who got very excited because she likes to do things that are environment, that are ecological and that sort of thing. So she got very excited about it. She's been working on this now for 5 years. And I talked to her this week, and she hopes to ship next week. So hopefully, as Susan will tell you, by the end of sometime in November, hopefully we can have this thing up for everyone to enjoy. Thank you.
And with the city's approval in 2005, we did commission Susan Castlevera, a well-known artist, to design and construct the 29-foot tall sculpture to be reminiscent of the Bern's Prize Spider Lily. In celebration of the city's 300, and for those who may not be totally familiar with the actual flower, this is it. It's in full bloom right now. It is quite lovely and quite beautiful, and you see it sporadically in different areas throughout the community. In the next slide, the tripod, and that, I don't know if it might not be quite that visible. Can you just put your finger on that tripod to show the proposed location? I don't know if you could do it. Well, you see an image up there, and then right to, yeah, okay, great. Right there is the proposed location, which is on the Riverwalk, and it requires also that the tree would be removed. The tree is actually diseased. If you go out and look at it, you'll see that the top of it is dying along with a lot of the edges, and it also would allow for the crown of the sculpture, the flower, to not be intruding on it. The next slide actually is where the sculpture is proposed to be located, at the back of the convention center on the city's riverwalk. The sculpture, as you have heard, is 29 feet tall, and the green line that you see defines, when you're looking from the Trent River, how the height of the sculpture and how it would relate to the convention center. And this is when you look out of the doors of the convention center, the rear, looking toward the rear doors, looking toward the water, the Trent River. You can see the green line again, which gives an estimated height and the location of the sculpture, as you can see it if you were in the convention center. This is an aerial of the proposed location. The line defines, the green line defines the 30-foot strip owned by the city along the waterfront. And then the other side of that. And you can see how it all relates, and the red arrow shows again